Hey everybody, this is Brad from Johnson Small Engines. We have here a John Deere X500, and today I'm going to show you, in my opinion, how to start and operate it. So the first thing I want to show you is, if you do purchase one of these, or if you're buying it used, make sure you be careful when you lift the hood up. A lot of people like to lift the hood right here and it doesn't want to come up. Just pick it up from the sides and it's a lot easier and you won't break your hood. There are little tabs right here, and you can put a little bit of silicone or something like that to help us. Okay, so this is a twin-cylinder Kawasaki engine, and if you want to know what brand you have, look for the stickers on the machine. This actually is made from Kawasaki. This is a 25 horsepower twin-cylinder. We're going to go ahead and check the oil here, and with the Japanese engines, not the China engines, but most Japanese engines, you do not screw in a dipstick, and I would just change this to oil, so it's going to be very clean. But you wipe off the dipstick, and you have a add and a full line right here, and you just want to make sure it's right around the full line and you do not screw it in to check it. So we're just going to put it on top. I usually back it up a little bit there just to get it seated, bring it back out again, and it is right on the upper line, which is good. You have your air cleaner under here. We have your battery right here. This is more like a car battery. It has top post terminals. Just keep that in mind if you're looking for a battery. Oil filters here, oil drains here. We're going to go ahead and shut the hood. We're going to start on this side. This foot pedal here is for your deck height. Okay, so when you push it down, I'm going to go ahead and get on this to show you. I'm going to go ahead and push down on that, and that lifts your deck up and down. We have a push pedal here. Now what this does is, if you need extra traction and you have one wheel spinning in the rear, if you push this in, it'll actually lock your rear, so you have both wheels spinning back there. It actually does come in handy if you get on some kind of weird hills or if you need more traction. It's a nice thing to have. We have here this is your lever for your deck lock and unlock, which means when you hire your mower deck up, you're going to push your pedal all the way down, and then if you pull this up, this will actually lock the mower deck all the way in the up position. And at this point, we can go ahead and adjust our deck height, the deck level right here. It goes from 1 to 4. You want to go ahead and adjust this knob when you're in the upper lock position, or what you can do is, to unlock this right here, you're just going to push the pedal in, push this down. Now your deck height will go up and down. As long as you have pressure on the foot, on that lever right there, you can adjust your mower deck height wherever you want it. So let's just say we're going to try cutting at 2.5. You go ahead and let this up. That lowers it down to 2.5. If we want it a little bit higher than that, we're going to push the pedal in. We're going to go up to, I'd say, 3.5 right here. Let it down. That also stops it a little bit higher than it was. That's how you get your deck height. If you want to lock that in all the way up, just in case you're going across the yard or something and you don't want it hitting anything, just push the pedal all the way down. Again, just lift up this lever. And this lever can get a little bit sticky, and silicone spray actually does work real nice in there. And then let go of your pedal and it locks it in. Just remember that if you have it locked in the up position, then you're going to be cutting as high as this mower actually can be. And I'm going to go ahead and set it back down to 3.5 by just pushing this in after I push the pedal down. So push the pedal in, flip this down. Now it lowers it down to 3.5. Right here we have two knobs. One is for the speed control, which is orange. That's rabbit for fast, all the way down for slow, turtle for slow. The choke right here is basically just a spring-loaded choke, so you're going to hold it up until it starts and then let go of it. We have a fuel gauge here, and this is not digital, this is analog, and actually I've had pretty good luck with these. We have an hour meter right here, which is nice for maintenance purposes. It's good to have. Okay, so on this side we have parking brake, which is the orange, and this right here is your parking brake, and it also disengages your transmission. So you're going to go ahead and push this down, lift this parking brake up, that locks it in. Now we won't move at all. This right here is for your cruise control. So now you do have to, before you can use the cruise control, you definitely have to have the brake in the off position, obviously. And when you're going to go use the cruise control, you're going to push your pedal down to the speed that you would like. I'm going to pull up and let go. Now it is locked in right now to cruise control, and there's two ways you can disconnect the cruise control. One is by hitting your brake, and two, you can hit the forward pedal, and that'll let this slide down, which it just did, and it brings you back to neutral. This right here is your power takeoff for your mower deck. putting the PTO on, your mower deck engagement on, you're going to pull this button up and that'll engage the mower deck. Now I do know that if the emergency brake is on, okay, if we had the emergency brake on, you cannot engage the PTO, the mower deck will not come on. The parking brake has to be off, and you don't have to necessarily be moving, but you just have to have the parking brake off, and then you pull this up, that engages your blades. Now, as soon as you hit the parking brake, if you did this for some reason, I'm pretty sure it's going to disconnect the mower deck. You may or may not hear that, but you do have to disengage this switch and re-engage your mower deck to get the mower to come back on again. Also, when you go into cut and reverse, if we're going to go down, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but when you turn your mower deck on, we have a light up here that will show that turns on yellow, and that'll let you know that your mower deck is on. And if you go in reverse before pulling this switch up, it will shut the mower deck off. You cannot cut and reverse unless you push this switch up. So after your mower deck is on like that, and you want to cut and reverse, what you want to do is you want to hold up on this. It'll actually move up about another 1/4 inch. Then you can hit your reverse pedal, and once you start going in reverse, you can let go. Now, as soon as you go forward again, and you want to go in reverse, you're going to have to pull this back up again, and it'll keep the mower deck in the on position. If you make a mistake of not using this as you're going backward, as far as getting started going backward, it will shut off the mower deck. I'll try to go ahead and show you that outside. But if you ever wonder why the mower deck is not on because you hit a button or something like that wrong, or if you hit the pedal wrong, push it in and then pull it back out. Make sure you don't have your emergency brake on. Make sure your foot's on the emergency brake, and then you can engage it. We have a stop here. We have headlights here. When you turn the headlights on this machine, you will see the headlights working up front. So when you turn the key on, the headlights will work, which means if you don't turn the key all the way off, you can kill your battery. So keep that in mind. And also, when you turn it all the way right before the crank position, you're going to go one past the headlights. That's right before crank, and you'll actually be able to see how many hours are on your machine, and you can also see how much gas is left in here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this up. I'm going to go ahead and push the emergency brake in. You can either hold it with your foot or you can pull it up on the parking brake. Just easy enough for me to leave it in the park position. Go ahead and throw the choke up into the on position. As soon as it starts, the choke should come off, or just let it go, or bring it down the choke off. Like that. Now we're sitting at idle right now. It's not going to move. It's not going to move unless you take the emergency brake off. I go forward. Go backward. Now, if you want your headlights on, you just turn the key back one notch, and that'll turn your headlights on. If you don't want your headlights on, then you just turn it to the on position on your ignition. So that's pretty much it for how you, now granted, when you're going to go cut the grass, you're going to throw it all the way up in the full position. I would start the mower deck about half throttle, the 3/4 throttle. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off so you guys can hear me. Okay, so I just turned this off so you guys can hear me a little bit better, but when you go ahead and throw the PTO on, which is your power takeoff, which is this button here to turn your mower deck on, normally half throttle to 3/4 throttle, and try not to be in a lot of grass. If you're in a high grass area, the mower deck might not come on. If you have to, you can always throttle it up to full. I don't like to start any mower deck on full throttle because you're going at 3,600 RPMs from a dead stop your mower deck's going, so I like to relieve the pressure by just throttling down a little bit. There are a couple other things I want to show you in the back here. You have a little cubby here for stuff. This is a compartment that it'll help keep things in and not get lost, and there's also a cup holder here. This is a 5-gallon gas tank, and you can tell how much is in here by your fuel gauge up on the dash. As far as the seat, it does move back and forth. There is a nice lever here underneath the seat, so you just go ahead and use your body weight. You flip the lever over. If it's correctly working, it moves very nice and easy. And then as soon as you let it go, it'll lock itself in to whatever position you like. I also want to show you in the back, if you guys ever need to push this machine, this is a hydrostatic transmission. And sometimes when people drop off the machines after a service or something, they have this bar right here in the out position, which is in the push position. So if you need to push it, and they even show a person right here sitting, driving, that means that this rod is pushed in. To push it, you pull the rod out. Now, this one here is a little bit weird because if you pull it out to there, you think it's out. It's not. If I try to push it right now, it's really hard to push. you have to come all the way out. So just, you don't want to break anything, but just make sure you pull it all the way out. It's coming around about 4 or 5 inches right there. Now make sure your emergency brake is off, and now you'll be able to push it back and forth. And this is a big machine, so it is a little bit heavier to push than not. But if you need to push it, make sure that that rod is all the way out. Just remember, push the rod in all the way before you use it, because it will not go forward or backward. And if you do get it delivered from anything, buy it used, buy it new, whatever, and it doesn't go forward and backward, the first thing you want to check is that lever. Okay, so I also want to show you guys one thing that you can do if you're running a machine and you just want to get off the tractor and you don't want to shut the engine down. As long as your mower deck is off, you can just put the emergency brake on and you can get off the machine and it'll stay running. Okay, so all you have to do is put your emergency brake on, get off your machine, stays running, back on, take the emergency brake off. That's pretty much it. Right now we're going to go ahead outside, show you guys how to operate the mower deck and also see about cutting in reverse. And we'll see if we can get the cruise to work for us. I particularly don't use the cruise, but I know a lot of you guys, if you have a lot of acreage out there and you just want to not have to worry about having your foot on the pedal, it is nice to have if you have a lot of acreage you have to cut. So I'll see you down below. We're going to go ahead and start this up and run the mower deck, and I'm going to show you that you can hit, when you hit the reverse pedal, it's going to stop. And then what we have to do is, once this PTO lever is on, we have to just hold it up a little bit. We hit the pedal in reverse and we'll be able to cut in reverse. All right, so we do have to have the brake on. I won't lock it in this time. I'm going to have to choke on. It may or may not need choke, but just because I ran it down here. As soon as it starts up, I take the choke off. I always like to use choke now. It's only about 80 degrees outside, so you may need it or not need it depending on temperature outside. I'm going to go ahead and let go of the brake. Now right now we can go forward and backward. Now when we turn the blades on, just flip this lever up. Now deck is set at 3.5. I'm going to go ahead and turn the mower deck on. Mower deck is on. Now if I go ahead and use the reverse pedal right now, it'll shut off. You can barely hear that, but it did shut off and your mower deck light goes away. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on again. You cannot turn it back on by just pulling up. You have to push the PTO back down, then turn it back on. Now to cut in reverse, before you put the pedal, push the pedal in reverse, lift up on this PTO lever right here, just 1/4 inch, that's all it is. Now I can cut in reverse and I can let go. Now I can cut in reverse. As soon as you go forward and you go to cut in reverse again, it's going to shut down. So I'm showing you the PTO light. So when I go ahead and hit the reverse, it's going to shut off. Whenever you need to know that your mower deck is off, that light will go out. I just wanted to show you that. All right, so now we know the mower deck is off. Even though the PTO switch is on, we have to now push it down, pull it back up again. Now it's on. Now you're going to hold this up a little bit, and then you can cut in reverse. And if you got a long way to go, let go. You're good to go. But whenever you go forward, it will disconnect it again, and then you have to pull up on this lever again a little bit, go in reverse, and you're good to go. You'll get used to it really quickly. It's really not that much of a pain, but it is an interlock because they just have them now. So as far as cruise control, I'm going to try this without the mower deck on. The cruise control is right here, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to try a slow speed, pull this up, let go. And it is in cruise control right now, so it does work in slow speeds. I wasn't sure if you had a certain speed. Now to stop that, you either tap on the forward button or you can also tap on the brake and that'll disconnect it. All right, so that's the cruise control. So that's pretty much it for how to start and operate the John Deere X500. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.